the 2020 NBA bubble was better than you remember. Yo, what's going on? You boy Cavis, man. We back with another video. We back with another reaction, man. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Comment what video you want to see next. We're gonna do just that. We finna get into the 2020 bubble. We're going back to the memory COVID year, man. COVID year. Y'all know that was one of the crazy years ever, man. So we finna get into it, man. We're going back to memory lane, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you ain't coming to the channel, what are you doing? Comment. I mean, not comment. If you ain't subscribed, what you doing? I'm sorry. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, what you doing? Let's get into this video, man.
I have a confession. I love the NBA bubble. No fans, empty gyms, no travel, no home court advantage, none of that. It was like an open gym with the best players on the planet. Pure, unfiltered hoops. And it did not disappoint. We saw one of the greatest playoff duels of all time, witnessed a handful of game-winning buzzer beaters, comebacks and chokes, legacies being cemented, and TJ Warren turning into Michael Jordan for a week. The bubble had it all.
Bro, what happened to him? Where he at right now, bro? I remember he was balling in the bubble, and after that year, I don't know what else happened to him. What happened to him?
We're now nearly half a decade removed from it, and I thought it'd be a good time to revisit the wildest, weirdest, most unforgettable chapter in NBA history. The Utah Jazz and OKC Thunder are scheduled to tip off at 7 p.m. on March 11th, 2020. Yet here we are 10 minutes later in a state of confusion. The officials are huddled up talking about something, and just moments later, like it was straight out of a movie, men in suits rush the court like the FBI to speak to the officials. Something was said, the teams go back to their locker rooms, and the game is postponed. No one knew what was going on, but about an hour and a half after their scheduled tip-off, Shams Charania broke the news. Someone on the Utah Jazz had tested positive for a virus that for the past few months had the world on the cusp of a global pandemic. And that someone was Rudy Gobert, who just days prior had jokingly touched every reporter's mic in what is now seen as an act of complete ignorance. Not even 10 minutes after the news broke, the NBA announced they were suspending the season, becoming the first major sports league to do so. Word spread to Dallas where the Mavericks were playing the Nuggets. Mark Cuban reacts to the news just like the rest of us. The sports world explodes, and we're questioning if anything will ever be the same again. After a chaotic 5 months, the world began to calm down, and the NBA wasted no time. The league formalized a plan to resume the season on July 30th at the Walt Disney Resort in Orlando, inviting 22 teams to play 8 seeding games followed by a full-length postseason. Thank God for the bubble, because we had a hell of a season going on. The new LeBron and AD Lakers were dominating as they were chasing a championship in honor of Kobe. The LA Clippers had just loaded up with the reigning champion and finals MVP Kawhi Leonard alongside Paul George. A battle of LA in the conference finals seemed inevitable. The Denver Nuggets' star duo were making...
Can we keep it, like, on the real, though? The Lakers was one of the best teams that year before the COVID. I remember, bro. They was on a good run, bro. Let's keep it buck now. I think they would have... they still counted, so they had the best record in the league that year, bro. I remember.
Noise as a possible dark horse, and a second-year superstar in Dallas was hooping. The West was loaded. Out east, the Bucks were steamrolling the NBA as the overall #1 seed as Giannis chased his second of back-to-back MVPs. Surprisingly, right on their tail were the Toronto Raptors, thriving in their first season without Kawhi in search of consecutive titles. And down in Miami, Jimmy Butler was making waves on his new team, surging as serious championship contenders. I mean, the guy didn't even bring any of his family to the bubble, stating that it was a business trip. He was locked in. An all-around great NBA season was finally back. Basketball was back. The seeding games made one thing blatantly clear. NBA players playing in an empty gym was like rookie mode compared to playing in front of 20,000 people. Some of the shots these guys were making had me thinking there were magnets in the ball. And don't even get me started with MJ Warren. The man exploded for 53 in his first bubble game. 53. TJ Warren and 53 points should never be in the same sentence together. But in the bubble, he was like that, averaging 31 a night in the seeding games. It was like an alternate universe. In other news, Lou Williams was caught leaving the bubble to go to Magic City just for some wings. Kyle Kuzma hit a game winner against the Nuggets to no crowd reaction, which felt weird. In a Raptors Magic game, Kyle Lowry and Aaron Gordon get into it, to which Lowry tells him his room number so they can handle business. Only in the bubble. However, the more intriguing storyline from the seeding games was that all the clocks were broken, and no one knew why. They all said, Dame time.
Lillard, 5 to shoot. A minute and a half to play. That's a bomb! Second chance points favoring Portland. God, Allen shot. Lillard for 3. Bottom.
Seconds. Dame able to force the foul, the bucket, and Damian Lillard.
Give and go. Lillard throws it down. Lillard fires, and it doesn't take much time. Whiteside, nice screen. Lillard launches.
Dame wants another 3.
On Jeremiah Martin puts up another 3.
Damian Lillard dribbling up. You guard him. I don't care if that's CJ McCollum. I don't care if that's Michael Jordan over there.
9.
Oh my goodness.
He was pulling
That
it.
was from the NBA logo.
Oh my goodness, what a shot.
You gotta be kidding me.
Dame time was in full effect in the bubble as he averaged 37 points per game on sizzling efficiency, including 51 on Philly and 61 on Dallas in back-to-back games. This dude was launching from just a step inside half court. He was possessed, so much so that he won the bubble MVP. Yup, the bubble MVP. Get me to the playoffs, bro. Round 1 in the East was a quick one. Giannis and the Bucks trampled the Magic in 5, the JT-JB Celtics battered an injured Philly team in 4, Miami looked deadly on their way to a sweep over the Pacers, lining them up for a date with the #1 seed Bucks. And the defending champs swept a depleted Nets team, including a Game 4 where the Raptors' bench scored 100 points. It's an NBA playoff record, and they'll need all of that in Round 2 against Boston. For the first time in history, the Raptors and Celtics were facing off in the postseason, and it was humbling for Toronto as the C's smacked them by 18 in Game 1. But they rallied in Game 2, up by 8 points headed into the fourth quarter. And then Marcus Smart happened. The dude cashed in 5 straight threes in a 4-minute span, including an and one to take the lead. Boston never looked back, and they're up 2-0. In our other Eastern series, we had the now back-to-back MVP and Defensive Player of the Year Giannis up against a well-balanced Miami team led by Jimmy Buckets. And in Game 1, it was Butler who played like the MVP. He spazzed for a 40-peat.
Yeah, playoff Butler was different, bro. Playoff Butler is different. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Including 15 clutch points in the fourth to go up 1-0. And in Game 2, tied at 114 with 4 seconds left, he does it again.
Miami inbounds. Here's Butler with 3. Butler with 2. With 1. Butler against Matthews gets it away and no good. Do we have a foul? We do. A foul is called, and Jimmy Butler can win it at the line. Got it. 2-0 in the series. Wow.
On a questionable shooting foul, Butler nails 2 free throws at the buzzer to take a 2-0 series lead. And in Game 3, he'd run it back. Jimmy outduels the MVP once again, pouring in a 17-point fourth quarter, while all of Milwaukee scored just 13. In an absolute shocker, Butler and the Heat have the NBA's overall #1 seed on the ropes, down 0-3. The same deficit the Raptors are just 0.5 seconds away from. Down 0-2 and tied at 101, Toronto fell asleep on defense as Daniel Tice threw down the go-ahead bucket with .5 on the clock. The Raptors are going to need some of that playoff magic from 2019 to pull off this miracle. But without Kawhi, who takes the final shot?
Up high, taking anybody coming to the ball.
Series on the line. Anunoby got it off, and it goes! Did it count is the question. OG Anunoby buries a triple at the buzzer.
Off an insane pass from 6-foot Kyle Lowry over a 7'6" Taco Fall, OG Anunoby quick triggers the corner three to save his team from an 0-3 deficit. It's one of the most underrated game winners of all time. Toronto kept the momentum too, with a Game 4 win to tie the series at 2, to which Boston responded with a Game 5 blowout to retake control of the series. But you can never underestimate the heart of a champion. In a Game 6 double OT thriller, Kyle Lowry lasered in a dagger fadeaway for his 33rd point of the night as he slid on the court like a penguin in celebration. We got a Game 7. Milwaukee, however, did not force a Game 7. In fact, it got worse. Giannis got injured in Game 4, the Bucks somehow got the win, and with the MVP still out for Game 5, it was wraps. Miami kept their foot on the gas to complete the upset over the number 1 seeded Bucks and clinch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. But will it be against an old foe or the defending champs? It was do or die for the Celtics and Raptors, and it came down to the wire. With Toronto down 2 with a minute left, Norman Powell gets the ball on the fast break, and Marcus Smart evolves into LeBron James as he swats his layup right off the backboard.
Ooh,
it
nice
was
block.
insanity. And with another chance to tie the game, Fred VanVleet airballs, Boston wins, and the Tatum and Brown Celtics are back in the Eastern Conference Finals to face Miami.
Goes downhill. Couldn't punch it. Babs says, get it out of here.
Out in the Western Conference, the bubble MVP got to face the number 1 seed LeBron AD Lakers in round 1. And you know what they say. That's all Taco Fall.
Put in our ball.
Lakers in 5.
Nice little Euro step setting up Dwight Howard. It's a rebound. And a two-handed jam. Drives into the paint, goes inside. Shot blocked by Davis. As we approach the 1-minute mark of this first half, LeBron James. Davis suspends, step back, puts it in. Anthony Davis again finds Davis for the slam. It's very
Not gonna lie, ever since Anthony Davis got that ring, he be hurt every time I turn on the game when they play, or every time I look on my news feed. Anthony Davis hurt. Like, come on, bro. Ever since he got the ring, bro, like he just forget about basketball, bro. I don't know.
He's in game 1. Alley-oop to James. Boy, he can see it coming. Now Green leaves it up top. Davis hammers it down. LeBron with a long three. Now it's down. LeBron James.
Houston and OKC was a movie. The series went 7, and with the Rockets up 1 with just 5 seconds left, James Harden seals the game on defense with
remember
a
this.
clutch block on Lou Dort to win the series and move on to face the Lakers in round 2. Our other series was Clippers Mavericks, and a young superstar stole the show. In Game 4, down 2 games to 1, he
The
does
buzzer
this.
Step
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up. Three-pointer. Bang! It's good. Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
Luka Doncic put up 43, 17, 13 and did that. It was mind-numbing. Kawhi and the Clippers would come through to win the series in 6, but holy, watch out for Dallas in years to come.
Dallas sending Luka Doncic to the Lakers.
Now, I saved the best for last.
Dumbest
Utah
trade
versus
ever.
Denver in an absolute classic. Donovan Mitchell wasted no time in Game 1, going ballistic for the third highest scoring performance in NBA playoff history with 57 points. Want to know something funny though? It wasn't a loss. The Denver Nuggets won behind 36 from Jamal Murray. But this was just a preview. The Jazz responded with blowouts in games 2 and 3 to go up 2-1, which brings us to August 23rd, 2020, for the single greatest in-game playoff duel in history.
Shakes Porter in the second quarter. Step back three, Murray. Now he's got it. Here's Mitchell now. Pull up from the free throw line. He's got it. 5 minutes to go in regulation here. Murray fires again, and Murray hits again. Shot clock down to 4. Mitchell has Millsap arm. He'll put a 3 in. He hits a 3 and returns the stare down. Donovan Mitchell, a clutch three-pointer for the Jazz.
Mitchell and Murray become the first opponents to each score 50 points in the same playoff game in NBA history. It was iconic. Murray was a sniper with 21 in the fourth, but Mitchell got the final laugh with 18 in the quarter and the win to take a chokehold on the series, up 3-1. Denver, though, would survive Game 5, and then the Stars did it again in Game 6. 44 for Mitchell, but it was one-upped by another 50-piece for Murray in the win. The dude couldn't miss, and this series is tied at 3. Game 7 was an absolute slugfest, and with Denver up 2 in the final moments, this series gave us one more heartstopper.
And in back tap, he lost it! The Nuggets come up with a defensive play! Murray! They missed the layup, Gobert got it! Mitchell hanging at the other end, 2 seconds to go for the win! And it rims out! Denver hangs on!
Wide open too, bro.
Off an insane sequence that saw Torrey Craig miss a wide-open layup, Mike Conley rims out a 3 that could have won the series for Utah. Instead, Denver completes the 3-1 comeback in one of the all-time playoff series. And they're off to face the Clippers. Round 2 in the West gave us Lakers versus Rockets, and Game 1 was pure entertainment. In the second quarter, LeBron sprints down the court and completely baptizes Russell Westbrook. LA was buzzing, but Houston roared right back. And as Russ drained a 3 that sealed the game, he starts talking smack to an empty gym. It was the most Westbrook thing you can imagine. But you know what they say, Russ 3,
KFC, UFC, Lakers and 5.
LA continues their playoff destruction to move on to the Western Conference Finals, where they'll either get those pesky Nuggets or a highly anticipated Battle of LA. Clippers versus Nuggets was seen as a cakewalk for LA, and it started out that way with a 23-point murder in Game 1. Denver responded in Game 2 to tie the series, and Game 3 was a house of highlights. Michael Porter Jr. detonates on Montrezl Harrell, Zubac gives Millsap a facial, and late in the fourth, Murray tries to join the party, but Kawhi literally hits him with a middle finger for one of the most disrespectful blocks ever to seal the win. And the clock kept it rolling in Game 4 with a masterclass to go up 3-1, and the Battle of LA seems imminent. There's no way Denver has another 3-1 comeback in them. No, I'm just kidding, they do. The Clippers choked away a 16-point lead in Game 5. In Game 6, LA sold again, losing a 19-point third-quarter lead as Jokic took over for 34, 14, and 7. Nuggets win by 13, and somehow, this one's going 7. The Nuggets become the only team in NBA history with 2 3-1 comebacks in the same playoff run, and it was all thanks to Murray and Jokic. Jamal oozed confidence in Game 7, draining some ballsy threes on his way to another 40-point night alongside 16, 22, and...
Jamal Murray like a shot creator, man.
From the Joker. They did what Kawhi and PG couldn't. I mean, look at these numbers. After all that talk, the Clippers completely collapsed. It'll be Denver off to face the Lakers. Heat and Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals was a rivalry renewed with new faces, and it lived up to the hype. In Game 1, the Heat are down 1 with 15 seconds left in overtime. Butler drives down and throws in a wild and 1 to go up 2. Boston needs something, and the new face of their franchise has the ball.
Hawk at 7. Working against Butler. Got downhill.
That's
Get out of here. Adebayo. Sky high with the block and rejection.
Bam! Literally gets nothing but ball as he stuffs Tatum at the cup with one of the cleanest blocks you'll ever see. Miami takes Game 1, and in Game 2, the Heat kept riding their hot streak to go up 2-0 in their third straight series. Jimmy tried to warn us. It was all business. Back in the West, the Lakers and Nuggets were gearing up for a war in the Western Conference Finals. But Game 1 was anything but that. The Lakers did what the Clippers couldn't as they built up a big lead and kept it behind 37-10 from AD to go up 1-0. In Game 2, though, we got what we signed up for. Jump to clutch time, and AD and the Joker are going at it. Jokic tips in a ridiculous shot to go up 1. AD responds to go back up 1, and then Joker gets him
Ain't this when AD hit that buzzer beater?
back with a hook shot to retake the lead. Now down 1 with 2 seconds left. Does AD have one more in him?
Jokic trying to disrupt Rondo. He puts it in. Here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good. Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers.
Bubble AD comes through with a colossal wing 3 to win the game, yelling Kobe as he celebrates in the Black Mamba uniforms, while also smoking Dion Waiters. The trade for AD is paying off, and just like the Heat, LA goes up 2-0. Miami, however, got some pushback in Game 3. Boston delivered in a must-win game to get back in the series, to which a rookie Tyler Hero countered in Game 4 with a 37-point bomb, including 17 in the fourth, to go up 3-1. Boston would get one more in Game 5, then the Heat shut down any chance of a comeback in Game 6, as they clinch an NBA Finals appearance for the first time in 6 years as the 5th seed. No one saw this coming. Back in the West, coming off of Anthony Davis's unreal game winner, the Lakers stumbled in Game 3 as Denver got themselves back in the series. But LA came right back with a Game 4 win to go up 3-1. Wait, 3-1? Can Denver possibly... Nope. LeBron shut down any chance of another 3-1 comeback as he turned back the clock for a masterful 38, 16, and 10 performance, including a 16-point fourth quarter barrage to get the Lakers back in the NBA Finals. The King will be making his 9th Finals appearance in 10 years, chasing his 4th championship against a team he once brought to the Promised Land. The underdog Miami Heat and the star-studded Los Angeles Lakers in an NBA Finals with no fans starting on September 30th. This is going to be one for the books. Game 1 started out hot, but it only lasted a quarter. The Lakers blew the game wide open the rest of the way to win by 18. AD was electric for 34, 9, and 5, while LeBron toyed with his former team for 25, 13, and 9. The NBA's best duo was utterly dominant, as LA takes Game 1.
Boy, Jimmy Butler was trying, boy.
Miami got beat up in Game 1, and I mean that in the literal sense. Bam Adebayo dealt with a left shoulder strain, while Goran Dragic suffered a tear in his left foot. With both guys out for Game 2, the Heat were down 2 starters, and it went as expected. The Lakers took a commanding 14-point lead into halftime, and there was nothing Miami could do. LA is now 4-0 when wearing the Black Mamba jerseys this postseason in honor of Kobe. They're up 2-0, but the job's not finished. Entering Game 3 on the brink of an 0-3 deficit, Miami needed a miracle with Adebayo and Dragic still sidelined. There was no other option. The Butler had to serve up a masterpiece.
Assist a career high for him in game 2. Then with the steal down the other end, they throw it ahead to Butler, and Butler throws it down. Butler's got Caruso on him. Goes right at him and banks it home. As we approach the midway point here in the second. Mid-range jumper from Butler. Butler backs in. That fall-away shot is up and good. 34 for Butler. Butler the drive, the runner, he banks it in. Oh, what a masterpiece from Jimmy Butler.
In what is no doubt the greatest game of Jimmy Butler's career, the dude went supernova for 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 dimes, becoming just the third player in history to post a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals. It was a performance for the ages, capped off by a tough and one and snarl from his rookie to get right back in this series. LeBron entered Game 4 with this emotionless anger. You could see it on his face, and no one really knew why, until he did this.
Back out Robinson, stolen by James. James drives, goes inside and throws it down.
Halfway through the first quarter, he gets the steal, flies down the court, bodies Tyler Hero, and throws down the two-handed slam, getting the rookie back for that snarling Game 3. This was personal for LeBron. And with a 6-point lead late in the fourth, it was LA's newest star who shined the brightest.
Back to Davis. Davis for 3. Bang! Anthony Davis from downtown. And the Lakers take a 9-point lead. Timeout Miami.
Anthony Davis hits a monster 3 to push the lead to 9, and by he and LeBron's reaction, you can tell this one's over. The purple and gold are just one win away from their 17th championship.
I know that boy.
Entering
Jimmy
Game 5
trying,
with one team on the cusp of a title and the other on the brink of failure, we had a storm brewing. So let's skip to late in the fourth quarter, where we got the Butler versus the King. With a couple minutes left, Jimmy pulls up and puts his team up 2. James counters as he flips home a tough and one to take the lead. Butler fades out of the post and takes it right back. Bron puts back his own miss and LA's back on top. Jimmy drives right down, gets the foul, and you can see how exhausted he is as he nearly collapses onto the table. Butler was giving it his all. LA answered again with a putback from AD, but Jimmy didn't let up as he knocked down 2 more free throws to go up 1. Now with 15 seconds left, LeBron has the ball for the final possession with a chance to win the championship. He drives to the cup, gets triple teamed, throws it back to Danny Green for a wide open 3, but he clanks it, Markieff Morris gets the rebound, and inexplicably throws it out of bounds. Despite 40-13, 7-3 from the King, it was the Butler who came through with 35-12-11-5, and most importantly, the win. We're going to a Game 6. The Lakers entered Game 6 on a mission. I mean, it was over before it even started, as they took a 28-point lead into halftime. The dream season was about to be complete. It was lights out.
And that's it, it's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
And I have a feeling that this Finals MVP is going to have a trophy named after him one day. The Finals MVP is LeBron James.
He said that. He's definitely going to be in motion.
We just want our respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Man, if you enjoyed this video, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.